Hello everyone, and welcome to a new educational video on common collocations. Collocations are combinations of words that frequently go together, making our speech and writing sound more natural and fluent. Today, we'll explore some of the most common collocations, provide example sentences, and practice using them in context. By the end of this video, you'll have a better understanding of how to use these word combinations effectively. Additionally, we've included comprehension questions to help reinforce your learning. So, let's get started on this journey to mastering collocations. The importance of learning common collocations. Fluency and naturalness make speech and writing sound more like a native speaker. Improved comprehension enhances understanding of spoken and written language. Effective communication reduces misunderstandings and clarifies messages. Enhanced vocabulary expands and deepens vocabulary usage. Cultural insight provides insight into cultural norms and usage. Better writing skills improves coherence and quality of writing. Time efficiency speeds up language learning by learning chunks. Reading and listening proficiency aids in quicker, more accurate comprehension. Confidence building boosts confidence in language use. Overview. Pay common collocations. Examples: reading stories, interactive questions, matching questions, sentence completion questions, multiple choice questions. Common collocations. Pay. Let's begin with set 1 of pay collocations. These are essential phrases for everyday English. We'll look at examples and practice using them. Let's dive in. Pay attention. Pay a visit. Pay respect. Pay tribute. Pay the bill. Pay the price. Pay interest. Pay a compliment. Pay a debt. Pay the rent.
Examples. Please pay attention to the instructions. They're essential for completing the task correctly. We decided to pay a visit to our grandmother over the weekend. They gathered to pay respect to the fallen soldiers at the memorial service. The community paid tribute to the retiring teacher for her years of dedicated service. After dinner, Brian offered to pay the bill for the whole group. If you break the rules, you'll eventually have to pay the price. The bank account pays interest on savings each month. Anna paid her friend a compliment on her beautiful dress. Clark worked extra hours to pay off his debt as quickly as possible. Don't forget to pay the rent by the end of the month.
A tribute to Grandma. Maria and her brother, James, decided to pay a visit to their grandmother on her birthday. As they sat down to chat, they both made sure to pay attention to her stories and little health updates, not wanting to miss any detail. During the celebration, the family gathered to pay respect to Grandma, reminiscing about her life and everything she had done for them. The whole community had come together to pay tribute to Grandma, honoring her years of dedication to her family and neighborhood. When it was time to settle the restaurant tab, Maria offered to pay the bill as a small gesture of thanks. She thought about all the sacrifices Grandma had made over the years, realizing that sometimes, to gain something precious, you have to pay the price. Later, Maria's father gave her some advice on saving money in an account that would pay interest over time. Grateful for Grandma's example, Maria paid her a compliment on how lovely she looked, making Grandma's face light up with pride. To help Grandma stay on top of things, Maria also reminded her to pay her debt and pay the rent on time, knowing that managing finances could be a challenge. It was a memorable day, full of love, respect, and appreciation, moments Maria would cherish forever.
Matching questions. Match the scenarios with the correct phrases. Pay interest. Pay respect. Pay tribute. Pay the bill. Pay a visit. Sarah's friends decided to blank to her new apartment and bring a housewarming gift. To be eligible for extra earnings, the savings account must blank over time. When visiting the museum, we took a moment to blank to the historical figures honored there. After dining out, Dan offered to blank since he had invited everyone to the meal. The family held a ceremony to blank to their late grandfather, sharing memories and stories.
Let's continue. Let's begin with set 2 of pay collocations. These are essential phrases for everyday English. We'll look at examples and practice using them. Let's dive in. Pay taxes. Pay off. Pay your respects. Pay a fine. Pay in cash. Pay a fee. Pay for itself. Pay through the nose. Pay one's way. Pay attention to detail.
Examples. All citizens are required to pay taxes by the end of the fiscal year. Kate worked 2 jobs to pay off her student loans quickly. They attended the memorial to pay their respects to the fallen soldiers. After speeding, Liam had to pay a fine for violating traffic laws. Jane decided to pay in cash for the new furniture set. You need to pay a fee to access the exclusive members club. The solar panel system will pay for itself in a few years by lowering energy bills. They had to pay through the nose for last-minute tickets to the concert. John insisted on paying his way during the trip, not wanting to owe anyone. Her success in interior design is largely due to her ability to pay attention to detail.
The art of responsibility. Megan had always taken pride in managing her finances carefully. Recently, she had a big milestone. She had managed to pay off her car loan, which took years of dedication and budgeting. To celebrate, she planned a weekend trip to a nearby town where she could visit a famous art gallery. Upon arriving, Megan stopped by the town hall to pay her respects to a well-known artist who had passed away recently. Afterward, she visited the gallery, where she had to pay a fee to enter. She opted to pay in cash to avoid extra credit card charges. Inside, she admired the artwork with such keen observation, knowing her career in design depended on her ability to pay attention to detail. Unfortunately, while parking near the gallery, she realized she had overstayed the time limit. A parking officer handed her a ticket, and Megan now had to pay a fine. It was a frustrating setback, but she reminded herself that mistakes are part of the journey. Later, she came across a rare art book in the gallery gift shop that came at a steep price. She would have to pay through the nose for it. Deciding against it, she reminded herself that some investments are worth waiting for, especially as she was still saving to pay taxes for the year. After the trip, Megan reflected on her choices and the expenses involved. She realized that her skills and financial discipline allowed her to pay her own way in life. With time, her work would eventually pay for itself, making the efforts worthwhile. For Megan, Every payment and effort was a step towards living a balanced and fulfilled life.
Sentence completion questions. Read the sentences below and fill in the blanks with the correct collocations from the list. Pay through the nose, pay interest, pay a fee, pay their respects, pay a fine, pay attention to detail, pay off. 1. After speeding in a school zone, the driver had to blank to avoid further penalties. 2. Jamie knew he would have to work hard to blank for his new house. 3. Guests were asked to blank at the memorial service for the well-known philanthropist. 4. If you join the club, you'll have to blank for membership. 5. The designer was successful because she knew how to blank and create beautiful spaces. 6. When they bought last-minute plane tickets, they had to blank due to the high prices.
Let's carry on. Let's begin with set 3 of pay collocations. These are essential phrases for everyday English. We'll look at examples and practice using them. Let's dive in. Pay damages. Pay a penalty. Pay dividends. Pay an installment. Pay someone back. Pay up. Pay for something. Pay one's dues. Pay it forward. Pay an arm and a leg.
Examples. The company was ordered to pay damages to the injured workers. If you cancel the reservation now, you'll have to pay a penalty. Her dedication to studying will pay dividends in her future career. They agreed to pay an installment each month for the new car. I borrowed some money last week, and I need to pay him back today. The landlord insisted that the tenants pay up by the end of the week. Mary had to pay for the damages to the rental car after the accident. Jake worked long hours and paid his dues before getting the promotion. Clara decided to pay it forward by helping a stranger with their groceries. They paid an arm and a leg for their luxury vacation to the Maldives.
The cost of success. After years of hard work, James finally achieved his dream of opening a successful business. At the start, he had to pay an arm and a leg for all the necessary permits and materials. Although the business was doing well, one mistake led to an incident in the store, resulting in the need to pay damages to a customer. On top of that, James had to pay a penalty for not having the correct safety measures in place. Not wanting to shut down operations, he managed to pay an installment for the compensation each month. James took these challenges in stride, seeing them as part of paying his dues in the competitive market. He also had to pay for something he hadn't anticipated, extra training for his staff to prevent future mistakes. Eventually, his persistence started to pay dividends as he gained loyal customers. He even remembered to pay someone back who had helped him financially in his early days, showing his gratitude. When his old friend Sarah needed help, James decided to pay it forward and support her new venture. Through ups and downs, he learned the importance of covering expenses on time, ensuring that whenever he had to pay up, he was ready. Now, after all he had been through, he valued every dollar he spent and was determined to make each payment count, a reflection of his journey.
Multiple choice questions. Read the sentences and circle the correct one. 1. The company was found responsible for the accident and had to blank to the victims. A. Pay dividends. B. Pay damages. C. Pay an installment. 2. Helen was thankful for the help and decided to blank by volunteering at the shelter. A. Pay someone back. B. Pay an installment. C. Pay it forward. 3. The court ordered the company to blank after losing the lawsuit. A. Pay a penalty. B. Pay it forward. C. Pay dividends. 4. After his promotion, Mark believed all those long hours were worth it as he finally began to blank. A. Pay his dues. B. Pay up. C. Pay dividends. 5. During the luxury vacation, they ended up having to blank for the villa overlooking the sea. A. Pay an arm and a leg. B. Pay a penalty. C. Pay damages. 6. Even after securing a good job, Tom made sure to blank to the friend who helped him during tough times. A. Pay up. B. Pay someone back. C. Pay a penalty.
Thank you for joining this educational video on common collocations. We hope you now have a clearer understanding of how to use these essential word combinations. Remember, the key to mastering collocations is practice and exposure. Continue to read, listen, and use these collocations in your daily communication. Don't forget to test your understanding by answering the comprehension questions. If you have any questions or need further clarification, feel free to reach out in the comments below. Keep practicing, and you'll see your language skills improve in no time. Have a great day, and happy learning!